There are over 40 hidden secret treasure chests scattered all over Palia, and in this video I'm going to be showing you all of those locations as well as what you can expect to find in those chests. I'm going to be breaking this video down into the two regions. Both of those will be split into two sections, chests that don't require a glider and chests that do. So before we get into it, obvious spoiler alert, if you don't want to find out what's in all the chests or where they are, don't keep watching. So we're going to be starting off really easy, and we're at the Daya family farm. You just want to head over to the Ormu pen, and inside the stables there, you'll find a chest. Inside that chest, I got 26 gold and 8 sneaky smoke bombs. Moving over to this location on the cliffside, you'll see that there's a big, large ruined pillar, and we just want to follow the cliff all the way up to the top, and you can see the chest is just at the end. Inside this chest, I got 11 gold, 1 Cernic hide and 2 chapper meat. Now right next to this cliffside, we want to just continue forward and jump off the cliff and just find this hut that's kind of floating on the water. Now there's actually a chest hanging from a fishing hook on the end of the pier. And inside this I found 25 gold and 5 worms. Next, we're going to head over to the mayor's estate location, and you pretty much just want to run through their house, just trump all the way through their building and go into the garden, and right at the back of their garden in the pavilion will be a chest. So from this I didn't get any gold, but I got a sundrop lily and 2 crystal lake lotus flowers. Now over to the fisherman's lagoon. This is going to be a secret little chest under a small dock on the left side of where Einar's setup is. So if you just follow along, take a peek under, you'll find a chest, and inside it was about 10 gold, 4 flour and 2 cooking oil. We're continuing east to the Whispering Banks area. So again, it's another chest under a bridge. You want to just pop underneath this one and you'll find about 50 gold, 1 copper bar and 2 emerald carpet moss. Now the second chest is also near Whispering Banks. It's actually a little bit more northern, and you'll find it just on the edge of the map. It's in this pavilion building, and inside was about 31 gold and 18 sapwood planks, which is really good. We're moving back to the chests under the bridge category because we have a hidden chest outside Kilima village just under this bridge here. Inside was 10 gold, 20 repair kits and 4 copper ore. Now this next one is right by Phoenix Falls, and as the name suggests, we're going to be finding it just behind the main waterfall. So you're going to want to jump over the fence, walk along the rocks, and you should just see it in there. And this one's a great chest because inside is 3 pieces of leather. Now I don't have any footage of me opening this next chest as I got it right when I started. However, you can find it underneath the Phoenix statue right back where you spawned first into the game. So make sure to check this area if you haven't already grabbed it. Finally, for the chests that don't require a glider, we're going to want to go to the water temple entrance, but you just want to pop into the entrance area and just walk over to the right. There'll be a waterfall, and just behind it there'll be a chest. Inside it was 20 gold and 1 unopened oyster. So now we're going to be moving on to the chests that require a glider. And while we're still in the Temple of the Wave, we're going to be going over the edge and flying down into the main temple structure. The first chest you will find is just in the door on your left, and it's at the top of the right staircase. It had 10 gold in it and 5 mountain morals. The second chest, if you continue through to the room on your right and go up the staircase, you'll find a water wave door on your left, and on the right there'll be a archway you can walk across, and if you step all the way to the end of that and look back at the door, you'll realize that there's a chest hiding in an outcrop on your right. Now this is a really great chest. In it was 76 gold and 8 silver ore. Finally, the last chest is kind of on your way back, so you want to use the big water geyser push up to glide your way back onto the mountain. Inside this was about 11 gold, 3 emerald carpet moss and 3 crystal lake lotus. So now we're back outside the temple and still near the Phoenix Falls area. Now you'll see that there's a chest floating on a little rock, a little ruined rock in the middle of this pond. You do actually need a glider to reach this. You can try jumping it, but I promise you won't be able to make this jump without a glider. And inside it you'll find about 56 gold, 3 spice sprouts and 3 mountain morel. Now interestingly, it's actually really difficult to get back to the mainland after you land on this. So if you want to try and get back, if you're struggling, you can kind of see the route I've taken here, just gliding and kind of bouncing through the water before it despawned me and kept placing me backwards. It's a bit of a pain, this one, but that's how you do it. Now we're going to be moving over to Gillyfin Cove. There's a chest on the end of a broken bridge that we need to glide over to reach, and inside you'll find about 49 gold, 2 wheat and 1 cooking oil. Next up, we have a chest upon this pillar in the field just outside the Kilima village. Now you'll want to climb up the nearby mountain and then jump off and glide all the way over to get it. Inside I found 5 gold, 2 potato seeds and 2 onion seeds. And the last chest in Kilima Valley is actually back down on Remembrance Beach. So there's a little parkour section that will lead to a chest on an island, and again I've tried jumping this manually. I think there might be a chance you can do it, but I did require the use of a glider. So if you can glide over to that first bit of parkour, you can get to the chest, and in it was about 27 gold, 2 copper bars and 4 copper ore. So to summarize, for Kilima Valley we got 18 total chests and just over 420 gold. And to summarize the items, we got 18 sapwood planks, 4 copper bars, 4 copper ore, 8 silver ore, 3 leather, and then we got a couple sneaky smoke bombs, 5 worms, and then we got a handful of food and plant / cooking materials. I'll list them all on screen, but there's too many to kind of just name all in one go. But the main things would be the planks, the bars, and the leather, and those are some really useful materials to get. Now let's move over to Bahari Bay. So the first chest we're going to find is a really easy one near the entrance of Bahari. So if you want to just come to this first fishing lake and just come around the side underneath this tree, you'll see a minecart, and wonderfully in it you'll also find a hidden chest. So inside this I found 20 gold and a briar daisy. Next up, we're going to move over to this area near Pulse Water Plains, and you'll see that there is a pillar in the middle of this field, and you can actually climb up this one because it has this metal mesh on the side of it which is climbable. I found 60 gold as well as 5 wheat and 4 sweet leaf. And now we're going to jump over to the flooded fortress. So you're going to run through the Pavel mines to get to this area. And the first one you want to find is a really important one because it has some great items in it. But it's a little bit difficult to get to. You have to run all the way around the edge of this kind of mountainous terrain and jump through this little gap onto the bridge, and then you can make it to the chest. But there's a couple difficult jumps you got to do on this parkour to this chest. You want to make sure you're sprint jumping and doing it quite well timed, but it's fairly straightforward, and if you slip you can always go back to the start. But it's definitely worth it. You get 55 gold and 5 leather, which is fantastic, and also 10 slow arrows. But there is a second chest in this area we want to get as well, and you have to follow the mountain around to the opposite side near the fortress itself, and you want to just come onto this bridge. Now you're going to have to do a little bit of mountain climbing to get around this rock and get over this gap, but once you drop down you can get the chest, and inside there was 85 gold, an iron bar and 5 heartwood planks. For now, we're going to come back through the mines to the ancient aqueduct, and this one's really easy. If you stand in the water below the wooden bridge, you'll see that there's a cracked cave in the wall. You just want to walk into that cave and on your left will be a chest. Okay, we're going to be moving more north now to the outskirts. So the first chest you're going to find is pretty much just on a ruined piece of architecture over this pond. You just want to walk across that and open the chest. So there was 5 gold in it, 1 bright shroom and 2 sweet leaves. Next up, we're going to continue towards Thorny Thicket. There is a waterfall we want to find, and there's actually a chest hidden behind a waterfall, classic gamer style, and inside that was 25 gold and 20 heartwood planks. And that is a really good haul of heartwood planks because that's quite a mid-tier item. Now that we're near the northern part of the map, there is another chest nearby, just in this area here on screen. So you want to move towards this doorway and then climb up the mountain. And so you'll find that there is actually a chest on top of this hill. Mine had 29 gold in it and 1 golden ore. Back down towards Proudhorn Pass, there is a chest hidden just underneath the massive mountain. It's really easy to find. You just look for a cave at the bottom. As long as you're on the northern side of the mountain, you can just walk in, grab that chest, and inside was 5 gold, 2 sweet leaf and 1 heat root. If we move through the pass to the east and go around to the southern side of this other mountain, you'll also find like a little parkour section where you can get to another chest. In this was 4 gold and 4 silk thread. And now we're just going to move a little bit more southerly to this area. So you see this kind of building and a little curved bridge leading to it. We want to just climb up the mountainside to the left of this, and once we get onto the bridge you'll find a chest. And inside it there wasn't any gold for me, but there was 1 iron bar. Okay, now we're going back over the wall towards this location, and there's 3 chests we want to find near this area. The first is going to be at the very top on the lighthouse itself. You need to just go inside and there's like a short parkour section to get to a chest. There wasn't any gold in mine, but there was this kind of orca cubed tiling decoration floor material that you can find. And now we're going to come down the mountain towards the dock. So there are two chests here. The first is just simply on the end of the dock. It's really easy to find and there's actually 130 gold in it and 5 unopened oysters, which is a massive haul. And the second chest is really easy. You just want to turn around and run straight back towards the mountain and you'll see a grass covered wall. You just want to jump straight through that and you'll find a secret little room with another chest in it. And again, this one has 80 gold in it, 4 onions and 2 cooking oil. So in just those two chests, that's over 200 gold. And the last few chests we're looking for that don't require a glider are all in this southern section of the map. So we're going to start with this hole in the ground. You want to just jump into that and you'll basically find that this goes down and then down again. And at the very bottom you'll think there's nothing here. But there's actually a secret cave hidden in this section. You just need to move through this like veil of vines. And once you're in this secret room, you'll find a chest inside. Mine had 18 gold in it, 1 pearl and 2 gold ore. You will need to climb your way out of the underground, but you don't need to worry because the next chest is right here in these ruins. You want to just continue through them and you'll find a cave entrance. If you follow this through, you'll find a small room with a bunch of things in it, and back on your right will be a chest. Inside mine was 29 gold and 1 gold ore. And now we're going to move over to Windy Ruins. You want to just follow what I'm doing on screen. You want to walk up and just follow this top level through this right door and you'll see that you can just jump across and see the chest right in front of you. Now mine had 40 gold in it, 3 iron ore, and most importantly it had 2 pieces of fabric. Once you do have the glider, you can get ready to get some additional chests. And the first is this tree on the mountain that we want to jump over to, gliding towards this hill and then immediately start climbing upwards. And once you're at the top, you'll find that there's a chest in it with 30 gold and 2 potato seeds and 2 wheat seeds. Now I'm going to go all the way up to Coral Shores next because it's the next easiest one to get. Essentially, if you're in this area, there'll be a really easy jump you can do, but you will need a glider. And inside it will be 40 gold, 20 sneak smoke bombs, and also 20 sticky smoke bombs back west to Proudhorn Pass. Now, there is a chest on top of this ruin structure that will require a little bit of a jump. So what I did was climb the mountain on the left. And once I was on it, I could just easily glide over and land and grab the chest. But this one is a really great one to pick up because inside it was 54 gold, 1 pearl and 1 gold ore. Now we're going to be moving back over to the outskirts for a couple glider jumping chests. The first is a really simple one. You want to stand on this hill, the one that has like a little phoenix statue on it, and you'll be able to see a small ruined pillar with a chest on top. It's a really simple small jump, but you just want to glide over and grab the chest. And in mine, there was no gold, but there was 2 gold ore. Next up, we're going to move a little bit more south and see this doorway. We want to climb up the mountain on the side and stand on top. Now we're going to be gliding all the way down to a second pillar with a chest on it, and inside that chest will be a lot more loot. I managed to get 70 gold, 2 heat root and 2 briar daisies. And now we're on to the last few chests. So these jumps are going to get quite a lot longer. The first one is going to be in Statue Garden. You want to stand in this kind of ruined area and you'll see all the way over to the island over the river that there is a chest. You want to just jump and glide all the way across and you should just about make it. Inside that chest you'll find about 35 gold, 1 dragon beard peat and 3 heat root. The next of our longer jumps will be going back to the lighthouse mountain because we're going to want to look back towards the wall and you'll find this small kind of spire building in the water below. You're going to have to jump and glide all the way to land on top of that to get into this chest because there is no way to climb up to it from below. In this chest was 25 gold, 10 sneak smoke bombs and 10 standard smoke bombs. Now we're going to be climbing back up the lighthouse mountain again, but going the opposite direction towards this small island. Now this is a really long jump, but it is really the only way there. So you want to just glide all the way down, and inside it I didn't find any gold, but I found a copper manor tile decoration. Now onto the longest jump and the final chest. I'm starting on top of this mountain in Hideaway Bluffs. If you want to get up there, there is a geyser that can boost you up near where we found the underground chest, or you can just climb manually. But it should be straightforward. You just jump off, glide all the way across to this broken bridge, and on top of that you will find a chest, and inside will be 10 gold and about 8 silver ore. And so that finalizes all of the chests in Bahari Bay. We had 26 total chests, 9 of them were treasure, 7 of them were ancient treasure, and 10 of them were pirate treasure. I managed to earn just over 850 gold from these chests, and we got some really great items such as 5 pieces of leather, 2 pieces of fabric, 4 pieces of silk thread, we got 25 heartwood planks, and then 2 iron bar, 3 iron ore, 8 silver ore, 7 gold ore, and 2 pearls. Now we did get a whole load of other stuff. I will list it on screen, but for example it is various ammo and smoke bombs as well as slow down arrows. We got a whole range of different food, plants and cooking materials, as well as a couple pieces of decoration such as the copper mana tile and the ochre cubed tile as well. Now I'm fairly certain from opening these chests on different accounts that the loot is actually preset, so you should get the exact same amounts of things that I did, but let me know in the comments if you happen to get anything different. That's it, that's all of the chests across Palia. Now I actually found this incredible interactive map website which I will link in the description that helped me greatly when finding the last few chests that I was missing. But it wasn't always obvious where the chests were. Even despite the map location being revealed to me, it was hard to find exactly where the chest is. So I hope that this video will help show you exactly how to get every chest and all of the rewards in them. If you liked the video, then make sure to subscribe because I'll be creating more Palia content over the next few days. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.